definitely, I've learned a lot.
Taught some things, yeah.
You want to hear something wild I learned?
Yes, please.
In Kentucky, and some people argue with me this is not true, but someone else told me this is true, and they live in Kentucky. So their deer mating season is really intense. Okay. And the deer will just run out on the highway. Deer get hit all the time. I've never seen so much roadkill in my fucking life. Huge. I drove for an hour and a half, and I saw, 30 dead animals, if not more. And I was not driving. They just leave them out there. So
yeah, well, it's because nobody's stopping. Everybody's just trying to get where they need to go, and the animals happen to be in the way.
I bought a deer whistle immediately to keep them away, because if I hit a deer, I will cry forever. I'm a fucking vegan. I can't be hitting deer.
It's
horrible.
I've
been in a car that hit a deer. It's horrible. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I found out that if you hit a deer here, if it is decently intact, they will let you take it so you can eat it.
Okay, no, so I have heard that. I'm trying to remember, like, there's a clever name for the law, but it occurs mostly in southern states. So it's like if you go above a certain point, like they don't really agree with this, but it's the roadkill law that, like, it's like hunting. It's like if you kill it and it's fine, then absolutely take it home. And so it's like, from I'm trying to, like, be devil's advocate. Like,
no, you're fine. No, I'm fine with it.
Sustainability purposes, it's like you don't want to waste it.
No, absolutely.
Exactly.
Here's the thing. If a deer ran out in front of your truck and you hit it, I would rather you take it. Because I also saw one that someone just sawed the head off and left the body on the side of the road. Okay. And there was a lot of that. Like, headless deer. I literally was seeing dead deer, like, every 15 feet.
And they're like... Some guy sawed that head off and he brought it home and he was like, we're going to put this on the wall and we're going to tell people I shot it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we're going to say this was my prize hunting thing,
It's just, it's so, I knew
it's grotesque.
That it was culturally different. I just was like, I understand that y'all think deer are stupid and that they're an invasive species. I'm sorry, humans. Right. I'm pretty sure you're the invasive species, but that's okay.
Of course.
They're doing what's natural to them. Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Exactly. And that's
for me, it was just the carelessness of just leaving them all over to the side of the road. Like, I get that it's COVID, but is there nobody who picks up roadkill? I saw an owl.
You would think that they would have like a team or something, or or maybe that would be like the community service thing. It's like, but then again, like it's a biohazard, so it's like, I guess that's like one of the issues of the interaction between technology and nature that we haven't really figured out yet. It's like we can do surgery on a grape, but we can't figure out how to get the roadkill off the road.
Well, and I think they've started making these animal bridges over highways.
Lovely. Yeah.
So that they could, but Kentucky's not going to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a very,
Kentucky doesn't give a fuck about
very
animals.
Socialist ideal, if you ask me.
Yes. And it's working really well. I've seen them and they're beautiful, but
my thing with it is like, and especially to get back to like the politics of it all, is like, so I left the Bay Area of California and came to Colorado and lived, like, I wasn't really working or living in the Denver area until pretty recently. Mm-hmm. Like, I lived truly in the mountains for like the formative periods of my life, being like all of middle school and high school. And so it's like it was certainly rural. Like, I mean, it was rich rural, where it's like, it's rich ass country kids that with huge sprawling properties and everything. And so like, I like to say that I understand like the rural state of mind, and I understand the benefits from it. One day I will eventually disappear into the woods, and that is guaranteed. But like, even then, like, when I think about the queer people that I knew, the people that I knew were queer at my school, it's like, even the dumbest of them, like, understood at a basic level that it's like, my queer identity is completely opposed by the GOP, by Trump, by Republicanism in general. And so it's like, and that's what totally perplexes me is like, what brick or like what link are gay Trump supporters connecting that I can't see at all? Or is it like the liberal elite side of me wants to be like, is it literally mental illness? Like,
I think it's self-loathing, honestly.
Yeah.
I think there's a tinge of that because we had a Trump supporter who worked at Mary's in Chicago. We all found out he was a gay Trump supporter, and
what?
Yeah,
and
we
to
were
work
pissed.
at a Hamburger Mary's. I mean, like the thing is, like it's of course such iffy territory. It's like, of course, people deserve a job doing whatever it is that they want to do.
Yeah.
So did his views like come out in bad ways? Did they manifest poorly?
No, I think we all just kind of found out on Facebook, but I'm just like, you're a raging alcoholic. I've seen you in the fucking hole at Jackhammer getting railed by like 10 different dudes. Do you really think that like Trump would approve of that?
Yeah,
like,
it is crazy to me that somebody so in touch with their prostate could also be in touch with like with right-wing politics, you know?
Yeah.
They seem exclusive, you know?
He was from Missouri, and
right.
All the people around him were Trump supporters. I remember anytime he would post it, like the gay people would yell at him and he'd be like, "See, you're the intolerant ones," and then all his straight family would be like, "You have a right to feel however you feel," blah 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 blah.
And that's the thing with all these conversations too, and trying to like be as welcoming to every part of the queer community as you can. Is like I never want to sound like a stuck up, like liberal elite sort of asshole or everything, but it's like it truly just doesn't make sense to me. Like I would love an explanation.
I try to look at it logically, and I'm like I don't.
And so it just leads me to believe that there's no logic with it. And it's like, you look at the Lindsey Grahams of the world, and you're like, there's really
what do they call her? Lady G.
Lady G, good old Lady G.
Lady G.
That is That is one of the stories that I think will outlive 2020. As like, I will never forget where I was and like hearing all of the details of the Lady G debacle. Like that is so.
Should we tell the listeners,
grotesque.
Like just in case they don't know about Lady G?
So from what I understand, so Lindsey Graham. Do you know what state is Lindsey Graham in? That's it's Kentucky, right?
I thought it was Kentucky.
Okay, so I believe Lindsey Graham.
Wait, Mitch McConnell might be here.
Oh yeah, wait.
Do they have the same job? I don't fucking know.
We are really messing this up. Lindsey Graham. Oh, South Carolina. Okay, so Lindsey Graham is a major and like the senator from South Carolina, the big one, and has kind of been a like closet case for years now. It's kind of been like somewhat well known under the radar kind of stuff. But at some point during 2020, like at some point in the middle of the summer, a series of male escorts that reported to have been involved with Lindsey Graham, about half of which I think like the stories were verified. Some of them may have been like clinging onto the fame train. But these male escorts revealed the details of their interactions with Lindsey Graham, which basically like confirmed the gayness of it all. And then they said that he insisted
he's got some sugar in his tank.
Yeah, he's got some sugar in his tank for a lot of it. And apparently he likes to and insists on going by the moniker Lady G, which is so like when Lady Gaga exists, like that's just so funny to me. Like it's so funny to me that he definitely knows who Lady Gaga is and he's going by Lady G. It's so hilarious. Yeah. And then the craziest part about it, which many people have disputed, and they say that like this is part of the hearsay, is that one of these escorts reported abnormalities around the whole region of Lindsey Graham, which he allegedly lovingly nicknamed his ladybugs, which
I heard that's not true.
I heard it's not true,
I'm gonna have to ask because I actually know that won't stop me from thinking of
It's never going to leave my brain for the rest of my life, and it's definitely conjecture. It seems like too good to be true. But
I do know an
shocking.
escort who was with him. I'll have to ask.
Please do, because I would love to at least know the verification on that, because it's like politicians are messed up, nasty people.
Because it would be, it's DC escorts, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, politicians are nasty, awful cretins. So it's like, I believe that story could be true, but I do need the receipts. I wanna know who's spilling these details.
But I also feel like Lindsay's done an okay job making sure there's not too many receipts.
Exactly. But what I just like, is he?
We can't say none.
Is he on his way out as election wise? Do we know that? Where? Let's see. First of all,
I thought you meant death-wise, and I was going to say I hope so.
Well, that too. I mean, if the ladybugs are any indication of his health, then possibly. But it's like, even looking at the photo of this man, like, how could anybody perceive him as straight at all? Like, talk about talk about sugar in the tank. Damn. Okay, we brought ourselves to a dark political place. This is the part in every single show where I find out that I have to pee extremely badly. So if you don't mind, we're gonna cut to a quick break. I'm gonna throw some ads in here, and I will be absolutely right back, and we will get to our main topic of the episode. Ooh, did you like that little cliffhanger there? Because I did. And also, the audio file was ridiculously large, and I had to cut this episode into 2, even though I may not have preferred to, but it works because I think I am sticking to this sort of 2-episode-a-week Monday and Wednesday format. So, come to expect it, and know it was totally planned and intentional. But thank you so much to everybody for tuning in. It seriously means a lot to me that anybody is listening to this at all. But I would appreciate you guys even more if you were to go and like, rate, subscribe, follow, do whatever it is that you can do to support this podcast on whatever app it is you are listening to it on, or any app that you might have access to at all. Even if you don't use it, it is not illegal to go and pad my reviews on Apple Podcasts if you use Spotify, or vice versa, or with any other sort of network. It means the world to have support behind this show, but it's even more exciting if I get to share it with more people. And the way that we're going to do that is through positive reviews and your guys' feedback. So, don't forget to do that, and don't forget to follow Fay Ludes on all of their social media, or go to their website, which I believe is just fayludes.com, and you can visit my website for more stuff. That's Deon.wtf, Deon.wtf, and you can check out my Instagram for more drag stuff. I'm not so great at posting on it, but that's where the prettiest pictures end up, and that's at Shiksa with a U-H, S-H-I-K-S-U-H. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into my little musical outro for the week. Last week I shared some Amanda Palmer with you. This week I'm sharing some more Amanda Palmer with you. I just love the bitch, and Fay Ludes got me into my punk rock kind of mood. So here's a song that is always extremely cathartic for me to sing. This was my first round singing it after not having done it in a while, so please forgive me, but I think all of my errors really speak to the message of the song. So here is my cover of Ukulele Anthem by Amanda Palmer. Sid Vicious played a 4-string Fender bass guitar and couldn't sing, and everybody hated him except the ones who loved him. A ukulele has 4 strings, but Sid did not play ukulele. He did smack and probably killed his girlfriend Nancy Spungen. If only Sid had had a ukulele, maybe he would have been happy. Maybe he would not have suffered such a sad end. He maybe would have not done all that heroin. Instead, he maybe would have sat around just singing nice songs to his girlfriend. So play your favorite cover song, especially if the words are wrong. And even if your grades are bad, it doesn't mean you're failing. Do your homework with a fork and eat your Fruit Loops in the dark, and bring your Etch-a-Sketch to work and play your ukulele. Ukulele lovely, brave, and peaceful. You can play the ukulele too. It is painfully simple. Play your ukulele badly. Play your ukulele loudly. Ukulele, banish evil. Ukulele, save the people. Ukulele, gleaming golden from the top of every steeple. Lizzie Borden took an axe